Go live. It looks like we're there.
Like
We'll see.
immediately.
That was quick. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday morning, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. If you're here with us live, thank you for joining. If you're watching the replay, links and all that stuff. If you want to skip around from chats to sprints, we'll be down there.
Whatever this becomes today.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one will probably be chill. I'm not gonna lie. Our morning ones are usually pretty calm. I feel like it's our evening ones in which we are like half delirious. So, good morning. I hope everyone had a good night's sleep. I did sleep. I did not stay up all night reading. I'm happy to report. But I did make it like 60-some% into my book. So, gonna be an easy time to, get some more reading in. Good morning. I'm so sorry that you are not feeling great. Hopefully, reading can get you through it and it passes quickly because that is not fun. Hello, Heather. You can hop in whenever you want if you want to. No pressure. It really is a stop in when you like friends situation. But yeah, we're here. We're awake. We're alive.
We are those things.
We both had a bit of a, oh no, it's time this morning. So that was fun.
Well, I woke up, I was telling Izzy, I woke up at 7 and I was like, okay, I'm not getting up right now. And then I just happened to wake up a little after 10 and was like, oh my God, I have to get up.
I mean, I would have, if I hadn't heard from you by like 10:30 my time, I would have been like, are you awake?
Well,
are you alive?
My phone's on silent.
I think if I call enough times, it'll ring through.
I don't know.
Possibly. It's fine. I would have contacted your neighbor to come wake you up.
Someone started beating on the door.
Yeah. I didn't want to wake up this morning because it's like disgusting here. Like we are back. It's rainy again, stormy, all the things, and I'm like, I mean, it's perfect reading weather.
This wasn't ready to say.
But it's also that thing where you want to stay in bed because it's perfect bed weather also.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I'll head upstairs. It's stopped right now, but it's been on and off. So if I vanish at any point during the sprints, May is in my StreamYard, so it's probably because weather took something out, but I doubt it. We've had pretty good luck here with storms not doing that, but you never know.
I have a package coming at some point today. If you see me jump out of my skin, just assume that it's my notebook and my heart straws.
You got heart straws?
Yeah, they're made for 40 ounces.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll show them to you when they're done.
I will.
Except between 11 and 2.
Okay.
And it came with a straw cleaner, which is really what I needed. But you got like 12 straws in the straw cleaner for like $9.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Good morning, Morgan. How are you? What are you thinking to read? But yeah, I will be continuing Face Off this morning. May, are you continuing Canadian Boyfriend?
Yes, I've been reading it already this morning. I'm currently reading it right now. Oh. Off to the side here.
I mean, I read some of mine this morning. We watched, we're behind, but we're watching True Detective.
The new one?
Yeah. Because I can only watch it in the daytime. Because I'm baby. It's fine. But yeah, so because of that, we're watching it. We watched one this morning. And I read a little bit, but then I was like, no, I'm invested. I need to know what's going to happen. Yes. I do love Elizabeth Stevens. I can't wait. I'm going to marathon probably that series soon. Or at least read the next like 2 that I have to read in the anthology I got for the audio. They're so fun. And she'll be at Steamy Lit again so I can get books signed. Which is the real goal here. I think I don't know. Do you have anything else, May?
I got to figure out what I'm going to watch as background noise.
Okay, what are our choices?
There's no choice. I already know.
Spring Awakening?
No. We're going to change it up today. We're just going to watch The Newsroom.
Okay. I figure oh, it works. I have an hour and 24 minutes left in this. So in 2 sprints I'll be done.
I
And
have
then I think I'm
in this chapter.
how many?
11 minutes. It started at like 26 minutes.
Oh, that's a long chapter. This book does have some long chapters though, Canadian Boyfriend. So yeah, I'll easily finish this in in 2 sprints, which is exciting. And I think I'm going to pivot to audio next because I do want to build Legos today, I think. Either this afternoon or this evening.
I have to go into Do Not Disturb.
Oh.
Like, my family will drive me crazy if I don't.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, tentatively, I'm thinking to switch to audio next to do some Legos. Or I might do a manga, honestly, on our last sprint when I'm done.
Oh, my package has already been delivered.
Oh, heck yeah. You can go get it?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I've read The Gift by Rilsey yet. I know I want to read Love Scammed. That one's set around Valentine's Day, apparently, so I do want to read that this week. I do need to work through more of Rilsey's backlist, too. But I feel like she's always a good time, so I think that's a great choice. Yeah, if I switch to audio after this, I'll probably switch to A Turn in the Air, I'm thinking, by A.H. Cunningham. I want to read Plie, but I'm most interested in A Turn in the Air, so I'll start with it, and then I'll loop back to the other book if I, basically I'm like, okay, yeah, I really liked this, and then I'll read some of her other stuff, too. She's on my Steamy Lit reading list, so...
Gonna see what I got.
I love this goal. This is a good goal, I feel like, to work through Rilsey's backlist. She's so fun. Like, all of her books have been fun. I've yet to find one I didn't enjoy, so. Let's see these heart straws. Heart obsessed May.
My notebook.
Okay, cute.
Got like
Amazing.
Tape on it. They're adorable. Hang on.
I assumed they were heart patterned, not heart shaped. Cute. Very cute.
They had them tied in knots on the ad because they're just silicone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're heart shaped. Like the straw is a heart.
Mm-hmm. That's cute. I love it.
And it came in my purple.
Mm-hmm. And pink. So my color.
And I've got blue and white.
Cute.
They're all hearts.
That's really cute. May's in a heart phase right now, y'all. So send her everything heart because she will get mad because she wants it. Nice straw cleaner.
So came with 2 straw cleaners.
2? Heck yeah.
Because I'll lose one.
I keep mine in like my silverware drawer so I don't lose them.
That's
been my best luck.
I'll probably keep one on the sink and one in the drawer.
Yeah.
Or like in my little, you know how at your mom's old house they had the drop down thing under the sink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, or in there. That's good too. I don't have one of those, which is why it lives in the silverware drawer. And I wash them after I use them and put them up. So
I don't put anything in it because I forget it exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I just think it's a fake drawer.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's a
I bet that's why mom always puts just like a spot, like that sort of stuff in there. I feel like that works. But you could get the little Scrub Daddy one that like suctions to your sink's not very big. That probably wouldn't be great.
I have a double-sided sink.
Yeah, you can get the Scrub Daddy holder that like suctions on.
That holds the Scrub Daddy? I have one.
No, that holds the straw cleaner.
Oh. I was like, I have the Scrub Daddy holder.
No, they have a straw cleaner one too. Which is like, a good option. But yeah, should we start reading? Should we do a first 45?
Let's do it.
See how much we can knock out. So yeah, I'm at 63%, so we'll see how far I get.
I'm at 39.
Okay. Hello. How did everybody? Also, welcome, Robin.
Hello.
Heather, who rolled in like moments. So I had a good time on that link, I guess.
First of all, Heather, I just want to comment on your comment on being Izzy's favorite. I would, if I wasn't on Izzy's StreamYard, I would have commented on it, but it would have looked like Izzy saying, "Hold up now." So I didn't.
You don't see Izzy hosting any 24-ish hour readathons with me, do you? So I think we know who the favorite is.
You've never harassed me to do it with you, so there's that.
I'm not a harasser. What can I say?
That is a lie. That is the biggest lie you've ever told.
I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't even sound like me.
No,
Robin, you missed it last night. After this readathon, there's going to be a big expose on everyone's channel about how we all hate each other.
Oh, wow. I missed that. All right.
Secretly all not friends at all in any capacity.
Yeah, it's all lies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the
I think it's going to start with me and Izzy and just kind of spiral outward.
Okay. So I have a while. I can.
You got a while.
Yeah.
Make it as a response video.
Everyone will be like, "Oh my god!" And we'll all be like a week later, we're all on a sprint together, and they're like, "Wait, what happened?" We were just messing.
Lies
we could never. That's too much dramatics for us. But Heather will get dragged into the spiral.
Probably, yeah.
She says she's just gonna lurk, but it's a lie.
I'm so slow. It'll be like April, and I'll suddenly make a video.
It'd be so funny. It's been 3 months. It's been 2 months. I'm here to say my side of the story.
I love it.
As you. Robin, what are you reading? I know we had started sprinting before you hopped on, so.
I have like, I don't know,
Ooh,
like
dang.
80, 30 pages left in the friendship study. So I'm gonna finish that.
I love that cover. It's so cute.
It's so cute. The book is really cute too. So let's see. Yeah, I'm liking it. I just need to finally finish it. I haven't read a book physically in ages.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
listening to audiobooks. I'm reading. I have the book here, but I'm still reading on my Kindle.
Yeah,
the correct choice. Always the correct choice. Heather?
I have read 10 chapters, front part of Fear the Flames. So read a couple chapters today.
I looked for that book yesterday after you talked about it, and you can't get it on Kindle.
I know, I'm so mad.
I'm so mad. It's like you can get it in September, and I was like, oh.
Yep.
Because Del Rey.
I was like, this is rude.
I know. We all missed when it was on Kindle Unlimited as an indie romance. I even checked it out from Kindle Unlimited like 2 or 3 times. Didn't read it.
And then you had to buy it to have it.
Like a loser. It is really cute.
I wonder if you can get it on Pango.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if I could find secondhand somewhere.
We should just harass Heather to send it to us so we can read it when she's done.
I do like it has this on all the chapter heads.
Mm-hmm.
It matches the cover really well. I like the design.
May, how'd you do with Canadian Boyfriend?
I did really well. I made it 45% in, so I'm almost halfway finally.
Nice.
It's very cute. Them going to the hockey game was amazing.
Okay, I'm excited. That's the part I'm right at. When I go back to the other vlog, I will resume it.
It was so cute.
I need to get to that one.
I know some people really didn't like it. Like I've seen some mixed reviews, but I think it's that thing of you just have to kind of expect a cozier read almost in a weird way, but also there's some stressors to it. But
I feel like that's how Jenny Holiday books always are.
I've never read her before, but that's my understanding of all her books is they're all very kind of just chill in a weird way, while also still having little moments that you're like, yeah, how's this gonna work out?
Yeah.
So
I walked into this with zero expectation, and it's been so cute. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I do think she watched the proposal while she wrote it though, because there's this whole thing where he's chopping wood
Mm-hmm.
because it's his stress reliever, and she like sneaks up on him and scares him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know where this came from. I've seen
this
this movie.
May's like,
I've
hold on
seen
a
this
minute.
Ryan Reynolds movie.
That part was funny. I liked the ice skating bit on the lake.
That was
I
so
thought that
cute.
was cute. They're like shuffle around, and she like keeps falling.
If shuffle around immediately hits the ice. There's just immediately no.
That feels right to me.
That would be me. I'd be like, no, I'm good.
I haven't ice skated since I lived in South Florida, so yeah, I would fall. That was elementary school.
I have never ice skated because I was told, my God, you broke your foot walking up a handicap ramp. We're not putting you on thin razor blades on ice.
I learned how to ice skate when I was 2.
Yeah, I was in elementary school in South Florida, and my mom was like, yeah, you take ice skating, so I took ice skating.
We have the ice skating rink like 2 blocks that way.
That makes sense. I would like to do it again. It was fun.
I've never done
Do
it.
I think it would go well? Probably not. Probably
It's
not.
way harder than it looks. Like we went
It
second
is.
recently, and I was like, my shins hurt. Like the
Mhm.
muscles that you need to like.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like it's a thing that you're like, if you don't do it forever and you go back to it, you're like, nope, this is bad, not
This is
fun
hard.
time, hard. How do they do this?
Yeah.
We just had period like caretaking in Face Off by Tegan Hunter, and I'm just like, yes, more of this in my books. Like he came back from my game and like showed up at our house to pick up his dog, and it was like she looked like death, and he was like, oh no. And then he came back like an hour later with all this stuff. Like, here's all these different tampons and pads and food. And I was just like, yes, more of this in books.
Did you see, was it the meme? The girl's boyfriend said something to her about periods not really being that bad. So she sent him out looking for maxi tampons with wings.
No, but I love this.
She's like, he was gone for an hour and he kept calling her like, I can't find it.
Keep looking.
She's like, just keep
Keep
looking.
looking. Just keep looking.
Just keep looking. You'll find him eventually. She's like, at some point I'll tell him, but not right now.
No, that's an apt punishment. But yeah, I'm almost done. I'm up to 80% now. So I have like maybe 30, 40 pages left, I think. Because there's like a bunch at the end of this book. Yeah. It ends at like 300-ish. And I'm at, where am I? 256. So yeah, not long. I'm very excited. This has been a fun one. Morgan made progress on Taken to Nobu.
Yay.
And The Gift. Okay, nice. Not bad. We can go around. I'm reading Face Off by Tegan Hunter. Maybe you want to give the title and name?
Canadian Boyfriend by Jenny Holiday.
I'm reading or
The
not.
Friendship Study by Ruby Barrett.
And I'm Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling.
Which you cannot read anywhere unless you find it physically.
You can buy the physical book.
Yeah. But you can't now because it got picked up. Rude. I'm so sick of the whole rant.
I broke my tailbone. I wasn't ice skating, but or rollerblading. I was on a trampoline. Absolutely.
Ow.
Obliterated my tailbone.
Ow.
I was
Didn't
rather
know
not-
it for 4 years.
I've never broken a bone.
Me either.
Broke my arm.
I broke my foot and I broke my butt.
I've only broken my arm.
So, you know.
I've been very lucky. Just one. In my left arm. When I was in, I think, 4th grade. And there had been a hurricane. So it was right after a hurricane. So it was a fun time. Or a tropical storm. One or the other.
Fun.
Good times.
Good times.
I had been to the doctor that morning for like a checkup. And then that afternoon broke my arm.
That's
So
what
I was
always
thrilled.
does.
Thrilled.
I guess
I've
so.
heard so many stories of people being like, I was at the doctor and then I ended up having to go to the hospital because I hurt myself or
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I just remember freaking out because for a hot minute they were like, we might have to do surgery and do pins. And I was like, absolutely not.
Fix it, fix it,
Absolutely
fix
not.
it.
Fix it. Small child me who's like, I'm not doing that. No, thank
Right.
you.
Just grow me
yeah.
a new arm. It's fine.
Yeah, just take it off. We're not, no.
Amputate. We're done.
Yeah. Nice. I'm excited. I'm happy that I'm almost done with the book. Because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish a book today or not. I was starting to feel like I never would.
I'm
believe
really
you.
enjoying Canadian Boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
but for whatever reason, this book feels a lot longer than what
Mhm.
it is. Like I feel like I'm reading a 600-page book because I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for 4 days. It never takes
You
me.
haven't been like reading it a ton.
I read it. We started it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I've read it Thursday and Friday. I read it Thursday night and Friday.
Okay.
And now today. I'm not even halfway through it yet.
That's wild.
It's driving me nuts.
I guess
I
so.
didn't think it's that long.
It's like 374 or something.
Oh.
But it's not
I
that
swear.
long.
I know, but I feel like some stuff is just like getting longer and it's driving me nuts too. I bring back the like solid 325-page romance book.
I think
cool.
this was like 300.
350 is fine. But what is
Yeah.
my next book?
This one's 307.
It's just like it needs to be. They need to be shorter again.
Yeah.
This one is 326.
That's a good length.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Give me 300 pages. Like that's perfect.
Well, that's why like the hockey, like the face off is nice because it's 300 pages, and then you get like a preview of the next book and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is perfect. I don't need a 600-page hockey romance.
No. I don't see the need.
That's the people who all read what's it called?
Okay. And I love that. But like I think she writes Emily Rath's books for me read well for ADHD brain for length, but a lot of long books for me don't. Like I get distracted.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing with Canadian Boyfriend. Like I told you earlier, the chapter that I'd worked on before we hopped on here was almost 30 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
The chapter was 30 minutes long.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I need like short chapters.
Yeah. And I think that's part of why Pucking Around works for me is because it is shorter chapters for the most part. So I'm able to like, I don't know, I feel like I'm progressing.
Chapters.
Yeah, that's what I've liked about this one is it goes back and forth. You only get like 4 or 5 pages from
Chapter 11 starts on page 94. So you're like under 5
that is
pages
short
for everything.
Yeah. And I feel like that makes you read it quicker, or you feel like you're reading quicker, even if you're not necessarily.
Feels like you're just accomplishing stuff.
Yeah, because you're getting through it.
Yeah.
You like feel like you're making progress.
You need to see if my little bookstore out here has it. Has that book. Because they have more of the old covers of Colty.
Oh.
They had them last weekend or the weekend before last when I was out there. They put out more of the original covers.
They were hiding them.
So they may have it. Like be selling what they have.
Yeah, I'll look on their website. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah, look or call them or something. If they have it, I'll go get it.
Oh. I'm literally loading Pango now so I can remember to look. Because I was like, you know what? I'm curious about this. But I also want to read the One Dark Window one that those two liked.
Do it.
It's one that had been on my like, I want to try this, and then since you liked it and then Heather liked it, I'm like, okay. I think I'll like it. I just don't trust. I don't trust everybody.
No, I feel that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have to have enough people I know like something, and then I'm like, okay, I will try this now. There it goes. Pango worked. Fear. What is that book called, Heather?
Fear of the Flames.
Fear of the Flames. I was like, hold on, I know this title. I don't know how I missed it leaving KU or getting picked up even.
I know I had it on KU in November, and then I tried to get it back in January, and it was gone. So it was during the holidays.
That's probably why I missed it. Nope, I don't see it on Pango, which is okay. I feel like people snap up books that get picked up sometimes, and like hold on to them to sell too. So
Yeah, maybe.
That one's been out for a while too. November 22.
Mhm.
wow,
Yeah. So I was like, that was like out for a while before it got picked up.
Yeah.
that is interesting. I feel like they come out. Well, there was a Formula One book I wanted to read, and it literally didn't even release and got picked
Yeah,
up.
I have that one too. The Simone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's what happened with Lore of the Wilds
Wild.
too. It
Mhm.
was
oh
supposed to
really? Was that
release-
one going to be indie, and then I got
That was
picked
like
before it
3
even
days
got-
away from release, and then she was like, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't realize that with that one
Yeah.
either. Because I want to read that one too. That's
Mhm.
another one that I was like that I'm very curious about. But yeah, I haven't that formula, but I feel like otherwise it's been like out charting in
Mhm.
on Kindle, like on Amazon for a while, and then it gets picked up, like
Yeah.
Hannah Bonham
Well,
Young and some of those.
I know I saw this from Jan Agaton, but then
Mhm.
after I saw it from her, I started seeing it in TikToks a
Mm,
fair bit. So
see that too. It probably was charting for a while because I
Right.
feel like once something's in the charts on Amazon for 4 weeks or more, can
Yeah.
almost promise you if it's not picked up yet, it's in the works of getting picked up.
Yeah.
So we just all curate for the publishers now.
mhm.
It's
For them
wild.
to do nothing.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Shall we read? I'm gonna finish this up, and I guess a bunch of us will finish our books, and 2 of you will make progress of some kind.
Yeah. I'm gonna make progress.
All right. We'll see y'all in 45. We done.
Oh, hello.
Heather has left us.
Yeah.
Screw you guys, I'm done.
How'd you do, May?
I did really good. I am now 55% in.
Take it.
Page 194. It's getting even better.
Okay.
It's really cute. We did
There we go.
get a kiss.
Oh, we did? Okay.
So
Cool.
I was afraid we were going to have to wait till like 90%. I was going to be mad.
I don't think Jenny does like that slow of a slow burn.
Well, and it wasn't even that. It's just with the baggage
Yeah, that's true.
in it. Like, I would have understood if it was longer.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that it wasn't.
I get impatient. If I'm like at the 50% mark and I feel like they're not going to kiss soon, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah. I read a holiday romance by Jenny Holiday, though, and there was like Open Door Steens
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, because that's what I read. I read Duke Ashley by her. I'm trying to remember. I was like, I know I've read her before, but I've not read a ton from her.
Yeah. I read like, it was some Christmas mass market.
So yeah. I mean, I would have been surprised if it took too long, but
Yeah.
Like I said, with this one, he's like a single dad. So I would have expected it to have taken longer. And she's kind of like his pseudo nanny.
Yeah.
He's not full blown nanny. They have a whole conversation about it. But because he's got a kid, I just kind of expected it to be more of a like maybe shouldn't thing.
Yeah,
But
I can see that.
That one has ED representation in it too, right? Like she
I really liked
the way
the way it's been talked about.
good.
Well, they did Christmas dinner at her mom's house. And they actually go into, like, she talks about being a ballet dancer and how she was malnourished. And if she got her period, she would freak out because it meant she was too heavy.
Dang.
They wanted her to be at max 105 pounds, and she's not going to be that small. She's like, so when I got my period, I would freak out. And she finally went to a real doctor who was like, you can't do this.
Like, I'm 5 feet tall and I weigh more than that.
Well, that's just like an unreasonable weight for majority of adults.
Yeah. I'm like, if you're not 4'6" or something like that.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's heights at which obviously it would make sense and there's reasonings, but like often, yeah, that's where I'm at in the book, there's a whole thing where like she's kind of like let go of it around salty foods, but not sweets. So like it's a whole thing when she has some ice cream, and it was just really, I thought it was really well done. It resonated for me with like my ED stuff. So I was really, really happy.
Well, so she started going to therapy, and she talked to her therapist, and her therapist told her she was supposed to spend like a whole day with her mom for Christmas. And her mom like disowns her when she quits dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And the therapist is like, you're an adult. You don't have to do that.
I like that therapist.
And so she compromises and she goes over for a little while. And for Christmas dinner, they literally just have turkey and frozen green beans. And that's their Christmas dinner. And then she tells them that meal was too heavy. They need to take a walk.
That sounds like a nightmare.
He's like, absolutely not. We're getting the fuck out of here. No.
I love it.
They get in the car and he's like, can we go to McDonald's, please?
He's like, feed me.
So they get like cheeseburgers and eat. And it's just, she tells him like what happened. And it was really cute.
Good.
It was very good.
I like that.
That's promising. I like that. Okay. I'm even more excited now because I already was like thrilled at how she talked about like eating a food that like was forbidden, sort of. Yeah. And working through that.
I told you it keeps getting better, and I know I keep saying it, but it keeps feels more realistic than like your typical romance novel, which not to say that's bad, but it feels more like lifelike.
Yeah.
Well, when you're going to have certain subjects, I want a book that reads like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to be hard hitting, like in what you're covering, like in the book, I want it to feel realistic, not just like.
Yeah.
Well, and on top of that, you have death of a parent and death of a partner.
Mm-hmm.
It opens with all that. So it's just, it feels very real
Mm-hmm.
to be what it is. So
How was a study, a friendship?
Yeah, I just finished it. It was really cute. I liked it a lot. This one's also really steamy because they start a friends with benefits thing like pretty early in the book. So it was really cute. It had a lot of really good rep in it too because he's bi and disabled, and then she has an undiagnosed ADHD. So
Love to
it
see
was really good. It was really cute. I liked it a lot. So now I have to figure out what I'm going to read next.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Right.
Do you already have prospects?
Yeah, I have the couple of like Valentine's-y novellas. So I have Love Scammed by Rosie Adams, Valentine's Kiss by Kemma B, Perfect Match by Eliza McLean, and then Sugar Sugar by Lady Marie. Which isn't Valentine's Day, but the cover feels Valentine's Day.
Right. This is when
It works. I think I read it around Valentine's Day last year too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna just kind of grab whichever one is at the top and then go through all of them because I think they're all like super short.
Yeah.
I think Love Scammed might be the longest.
Yeah, I think that one was like 200 or something like that. But they're all less than 200 pages, I think. So
That's perfect. Heather, even though you left us.
I was finishing my chapter. Okay. I'm done with 18 chapters. So I'm another 60 pages in. I like it. I don't know how it's gonna go.
See that?
There's certain things with the dialogue and the her like internal thoughts and stuff where it's either going to tip over into annoyance for me or I'm going to end up really liking it. I'm just not sure where we're gonna fall on that edge.
I can see that. Like,
I'm always nervous when a fantasy romance blows up on TikTok. I'm always so nervous because I'm like, it's gonna be really cheesy.
When you think of some of the TikTok writing style, it's here.
Yeah.
For instance,
or like
how we act, we're reluctant allies. I'm like, you've known each other for a day. You don't act like anything yet. Like, there's not an established pattern of behavior.
I always get worried that it's gonna be like another JLA for me.
Yeah.
I like absolutely despise her.
Yeah. I go on a whole every time I talk about Blood and Ash, I end up just like on a whole rant. About how much
it was so bad. And so many people I know and opinions I trust were like, I love this book. And I was like, what's wrong with you?
She does not understand her own world. There is no way.
I was never tempted to start that one.
Oh, it's so bad.
It
It's so bad. No. And then it has like weird QAnon parallels in the first book. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? What are you doing?
I think what bothers me is in that book, the only world building that ever happens is like they will like walk into a room and they're like, we should sit down and discuss this. And then she asks somebody a question and then they explain it all to her and then they go start living their lives. And then the next time world building needs to happen, they come together, they sit down in a chair. And I'm just like, why?
No firsthand observations, huh?
It's just all blatantly told you on page. And then even if they do firsthand experience, they still do the whole like, let's sit down and rehash everything that's happened to make sure you understand what happened.
No. Betty Jo, I love Shatter Me, so I can see that.
Okay.
See that.
I've yet to read that series, but also Love Scammed and Sugar Sugar. I do need to read Love Scammed this week.
I just like learned that Love Scammed was Valentine's Day because it has like a beachy cover. So I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was Valentine's Day.
I didn't either until you shared that, I think. And I was like, oh, cool. All right, I'll read that this week.
Yeah.
This is such a good progress, though, even if you're doing some chores.
Mhm.
Welcome, Becca. You missed. I mean, that was our last sprint for this section, but we'll be back in 5.5 hours.
Till 3.
Right?
3.
Is it till 3? I thought it was till 2 today. Tomorrow's till 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I
There you go.
thought. I mean, I don't
I don't
actually
know.
read anything.
We're all like, I don't know. What's time?
I don't know. What is time?
I just
Tomorrow we go
screenshot the graphics.
Is tomorrow until? You're right. Today is until 3. Never
Today's
mind. I'm wrong.
And tomorrow's till 3, but we started
I'm
early.
wrong. I mixed up my days. That's my bad. I literally mixed up my days. I was looking at Sunday, like, yes, we're done after this, but no, Sundays are shorty sprints. I finished Face Off, loved it, solid continuation, much better than the first book in my opinion. So there's that. And I also need to text Grumps because I told him the wrong time because my brain flipped days. And then I don't know what I'm reading next. So yeah, there's that. I think manga. I don't know. I have A Turn in the Air on my TBR, which I'm a little nervous about because I was just reading reviews for it. And it's pretty mixed on my friends list, but I'm still reading it at some point.
I still haven't gone back and read it. It's definitely a little bit more like romantic suspense than I had anticipated, which is why I ended up putting it down because at the time I was just like, I need something like.
I don't know if that's what I want this weekend then, so yeah, I may hold off on it. Yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, I have the audio on Everand, so I'll listen to it probably, which is how I tend to prefer romantic suspenses.
Yeah.
But I also have God Complex by Darcy Dahlia, which I got a TikTok of the author talking about it. It's Rebel Carter, her other pen name. Yeah. And it's like a wide shoes romance author and 2 actors or something. A little bit dark. And then I have that fantasy romance Consort of Fire by Kit Rocha that I'm also tempted by.
I'm going to put that in a try chapter video.
Or Outdrawn by Deanna Gray. But I don't know if I want to read an Enemies to Lovers, Rivals to Lovers right now because I feel like Face Off was dislike to lovers, if that makes sense. And I don't always like grouping, but you know what I mean? Like grouping the same tropes all the time because then I'm like burnt out on it. Or Sinful Vow by Asia Monique, which I still have not read.
You're behind the times.
Oh, I know I am. It's been checked out on my KU for an eternity.
I have the first audiobook in that series and I still haven't listened to it.
I know I'm going to like it.
I mean, probably.
I feel like whenever I know I'm going to like a book, though, I end up putting it off forever for that like time where it's like, I need a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
And I should just read it.
No, I do the same thing, which is probably why I haven't read it because I'm like, it's probably going to be good.
I am reading a bunch of those books the past few days. The books I've been putting off because I'm like, I don't have time to be completely obsessed with you right now.
Right?
Well, no, you do have time because your kids are gone.
Right. So I'm knocking them out this week, all the ones that I've been putting on. I had no plans to read One Dark Ballad and 2 Twisted Crowns.
And then you read it in like a day?
The holds for both of them came in, and I was like, well, it's now or never, do or die.
Yeah. I wondered who had those out on my library app. It was you.
Oh, yeah, it was me. I already returned them.
No, you're fine.
It's like the wait list is insane on them. So
yeah, I know. Well, that's why I hadn't read them yet because the wait list's so long. But
yeah,
now I'm like, okay, I might have to put them back on hold. We'll see what happens. I was trying to figure out who was reading them. I was like, I don't know who checked this out. But I should know most of the ebooks are you.
Right.
Because I feel like everybody else's audio on my library just about.
Yeah.
Because all the I also got The Fake Mate by Alana Ferguson in.
That one's fun.
Yeah.
That just came in today. So I was like, I could also read that.
I read that one in a sitting. It's a really fast
read. I can believe it. I got the audio, so it'd take me a couple, but still. I mean, I can finish it tonight. I don't think the ebook's available. I think the audio somehow had the shortest wait.
I listened to it on audio. It was a good
Okay.
audiobook.
Yeah, the audiobook had a shorter wait somehow than the ebook. So I was like, okay, we'll go that route. I just go with whatever's quickest usually.
That one's just like a silly good time. Like,
okay, I'm here for it.
It's super
I know some
sweet.
people have been. I've seen like same thing with Bride too from Allie Hazelwood. Like I've seen people very thrown by it because I guess they don't realize how Omegaverse works.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. If you're surprised that this is Omegaverse, because I would have also, if I didn't know, I would be like, wait, what? But I've read
I will
Omegas. I'm like, it's
say
fine.
I don't know for like the early reviews. I don't know if I heard anybody actually saying that it was a Megaverse. Like they'd
For the fake
say
mate?
werewolf. No,
Right.
Allie.
Bride.
Allie she was talking about nodding.
It's not super
In her
Omegaverse though.
promo. They
Don't ever really go in other than the nodding thing, but it's never
just,
like
pays homage to it, I feel like, probably.
Yeah. Because like it's the whole like mate thing.
I feel
But
like
other than that,
nodding-
there's not a lot of like Omega, like there is no
Yeah.
Omegas.
I feel like nodding is not in and of itself make a book Omegaverse.
Because there is no Omegas in the book. It's just
Right.
if
That's interesting. I assumed there would be.
Alpha has a mate.
Right.
The alpha
I feel
will
like Omegaverse, you have to have people
have a meta.
designated as alpha, beta. and
Yeah.
beta.
There is
I didn't know,
no-
so I haven't read it yet. That's interesting.
Yeah. There's no alphas, betas, or omegas. It's just
Yeah.
the leader of the werewolves is alpha.
Right.
But they don't even call him that. He like just like challenged the person who was in charge and beat them.
It's just a werewolf with nodding,
Yeah.
which is optional, basically. It's like an optional feature for.
I don't. That
One
was
of
interesting,
Ferguson's
though.
is legitimately Omegaverse. Like there are Omegas and
Mhm.
like it's a whole discussion and thing in there.
Right.
But Allie Hazelwood's I would not call.
I just think it's interesting because I think it's a lot of people's first introduction to even nodding in books. So I'm like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
boy.
And there's a lot of it in Lana Ferguson's.
I'll take it.
There's a whole scene of
I
her
feel
going
like
into
truly.
and I was like, oh, people are gonna pick this up based off of that cutesy contemporary
Right.
cover and be thrown.
Right. I don't think the only reason I know like what to expect at all is because of you and your review. Like
I saw a couple people I knew read it. Like it was you and a couple other people, and I was like, I knew as soon as I saw the cover, I was like, absolutely no one is knowing what they're getting into in this book.
It does not communicate anything.
Also, you totally can finish 10% of Daughters of No Worlds. I feel like that is such a quick read.
Oh, she's
For
10%
fantasy.
left. I thought she was
10% left,
10% in. I was like,
No,
that's
10% left. Like that end of that book flies. Ooh, the last minute first lady. I want to read this book. I met her last at Steamy Lit, and she was really sweet. The author.
Is it like presidential though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't care about that, so I won't bother to look it up. Never mind.
I just
Yeah, it is.
got on Izzy's Libby, so don't worry.
May will report back.
It doesn't take a lot.
You're my evil book twin. That's what you are. I was listening to you the other day in one of your videos talk about all your favorite tropes again. And I was like, yeah, I hate all those so much.
It's true. May is a lot of evil book twin for you, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's the best though. You have to know who is gonna like who gives Rex that you're like, I'm not gonna like that book.
Oh god.
Well, Heather, don't
Okay.
worry. I did my unanticipated releases of 2024, so go look at that. You're probably going
I
to want to read
know.
all of them.
I haven't watched it yet because I've been reading instead of watching.
That's okay. Bride by
Wow.
Hazelwood is on my list.
I have that from the library right now because I put it on hold months ago because I was like, I'm not waiting 3 years for the popularity of this book. Yeah, Vina is also one of my evil book twins.
Again, I love having evil book twins. I think it's really helpful when you know your taste and you know somebody has the opposite taste of you generally. Where
This
you're because
happens
then
to
you
me.
can know where you want to go.
Every time I'm like it happened with my fantasy romance one, even though I haven't answered all the comments, I don't think. But it's like, as soon as I'm like, I'm looking, like, let me know. I get all these recommendations of books I don't talk about because I didn't like them.
That's funny.
It's not that I didn't read it, it's that it wasn't recommendation worthy.
It's just that I don't want to talk about it ever again.
It was bad, actually.
You should do a video where it's like all the books I'll never recommend you. And do it
I
by
feel
genre.
like that's what my wrap-ups are. It's like, okay,
I
I
know.
read this, but you're never going to hear about it ever again.
It'd be funny though to do like anti-recs basically for books you hated. Because like the thing you hated about it might be a reason why someone would pick it up.
Right.
Yeah, it's like your books I would recommend to my enemies or whatever.
Mhm.
Right.
But you just do it by trope instead.
Yeah.
Or theme. Like all the fantasy romances I'd never recommend.
I would convince anybody to read any of those books based on my opinion. Because it's not like, oh, I don't like Second Chance. I don't like Brother's Best Friend. It's like these two idiots couldn't communicate to save their life. And I don't understand why the author continued writing. We did both just like that. So did Robin.
It was such a bummer.
I'm going to read it and see what I think because I'm really curious.
You're not going to like it.
I haven't heard anyone that's like, this book is great. Like, no one. It's like everyone gave it like a 2 and 3 star.
I've heard like a couple people, and I feel
which
like
sucks because the cover's so cute.
The cover
is amazing. The cover and the premise, both are really exciting.
That was like I just read The Spy and I, which also has a cute cover and also has.
I told you, I literally said in my anticipated or unanticipated releases, whenever I titled that thing, I was like, "There's no way this is good."
It's not.
There's no
I'm like, it's about spies. How was I bored?
How are you bored with that? That does not track to be bored.
It doesn't make sense.
I know why. I have a theory.
Spies. It was so boring.
It's because that's a whole separate skill set of writing from writing romance. I want someone who can convincingly write me an amazing romance in that type of plot. But realistically, it's unlikely you're going to have someone that has both of those skill sets that wants to give us that. Like, it's just statistically, I'm like, there's almost no chance that you're good.
Yeah. And it was just so awkward.
It's a very specific
in these like life or death situations. And she would be like, oh man, I wish he liked me more. And I'm just like, dude, y'all are being shot at and you're concerned about whether or not he has feelings for you? Like, come on.
You know what it is?
I needed a Harlequin romantic suspense author to write it, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like...
This is also accurate. Berkeley and I are always fighting. Always.
I feel like it is... I can't think of the word I want. It's like condescending almost to the reader. It's like, we know you're a romance reader, so you want like this little moment. And it's like, we want it to make sense.
Yeah.
We want it to be a moment when you might be like looking into each other's eyes, not when you're...
I don't want you to be like commenting on his abs while you're running away from it.
Like, please,
like,
so grip. Like,
you're in the middle of a car chase and you're like, man, the veins in his arms. Like, no one's thinking that.
Nobody is taking the time to focus on that right now.
It's like so weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
just like it.
I feel like I'm just gonna watch the Jack Reacher show at that point so I can stare at that guy.
Right? It was very bizarre.
Versus reading it. Good move.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's okay.
And you know what is so disappointing? I don't know if you're talking about Raiders of the Lost Heart or The Spy and Me.
It's the right answer for both.
It was all choices made by the author. Like they didn't. It was just. I didn't realize that's true of every book ever, right? But it's like, it wasn't that she couldn't write or that she couldn't write chemistry or like she could. There was lots of great moments and lots of like good parts and ideas. But then she kept making all of these choices where it was like, but why would you do that?
Yeah. It's like there's this like lack of commitment to one of the because I feel like you really need to commit to the action part. Is that they don't want to take that step because they're like, it's a rom-com, and it's like, okay, well now you did nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's nothing.
A rom-com with cancer and misogyny in academia.
Gross.
And
Adventure romance is hard to find. I really like the Adriana. Oh my god, no! What is her name? Is it Adriana? It's the wintry one. It's set in like the Arctic. They do kind of have a fuck.
I know
but,
what you're talking about.
It was really fun, and I felt like it gave me the right balance of like romance and then also, like adventure happenings.
Yeah. I'm like, I want that. I want that so much.
Same. I keep hoping that one of them is going to deliver, and they just
But it is like it came out in like 2021, I think. What was that book called?
I know
it
exactly
in
which
the
one
comments. I think
Whiteout.
Yes, it was Whiteout. That's the one. I was like, why? I was
I
like,
think Uncharted was what I was thinking of.
yeah, I think Uncharted's book 2. I haven't read that one yet, but Whiteout, that's the one. Yes. I was like, why can I not remember this book? Like, I loved it. It turned me on to her writings.
Yeah.
And all I could think of was her Kink Camp series.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's not it.
right.
There's nothing that bothers me more in like a fantasy or suspense where they're just like, danger's about to come upon us, but this might be the last time we're together. And it's like, how do you suddenly have 45 minutes just totally safe?
Why don't you? I don't know.
But I think you're right about the whole Harlequin suspense thing. I think if one of those authors did it, I bet it would be good because
yeah. No, I mean they definitely do. I said I remember they had that, but for me it worked for some reason. I don't know. It didn't bug me as much as it does in some because I just felt like I don't know, they did it better than most of the ones I've read or tried.
I think
to
if you're going to lean into like the silliness, I don't care as much. But it's like when you aren't committing to being super silly or committing to being a serious action movie and you just fall in between and it just feels odd all around.
I think the Danger Bane can be good, but it takes the right author and it's the right balance, which is exactly it. You have to kind of lean one way or the other.
Too. There is nothing I love more than the dynamic of knife against the throat or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I am not enjoying the sex scene because I'm like, you are too dumb to live. You are going to die with a cock in you. I hope you're happy right now. Like, seriously. I'm not having a good time. I'm so annoyed with their inability to have survival instincts.
It also bothers me. The only time it ever bothers me when it legitimately doesn't make sense. Like you have been running from the bad guy for like 12 pages and you finally get to your destination and you're like, we can stop right here. And it's like, are they not following you anymore? Why are we still running then?
Yeah.
Also, I think the part that annoys me more than anything is when you have one or both, but often one character who is like ex-military, they're badass, they are like a professional, and then suddenly they're just really bad at everything.
Yeah.
They're bad at murder. They're bad at surviving. They're bad at covering their tracks. That's like that was all it took was Insta for your skills just to fall off. They should have thrown a double agent at you years ago. You would have been done. That's the other thing too. I'm glad we brought this up. When they're like so annoyed that they won't tell them all their secrets and they've known each other for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And or
I don't trust
secrets for keeping people alive, and or they're just like, oh, I completely trust you. And I'm like, this is how people stab you in the back. Like, if I were trying to kill you, I might be nice to you first. It's entirely possible.
Or when one character is constantly being like, they're so badass, they're so good at killing, and every single time they're on a battle scene, they're just getting completely destroyed. And it's like, when? Where?
They're so skilled, but I've been kidnapped every other chapter in this book. Don't know how.
I'm so strong, but I can't win any fight.
I am lethal, but also very broken in the appropriate moment.
Oh my god, it's so good though. I love it.
Right, when they get it right, they get it so right.
It's so good, but the thing, there's some books where you're just like, this is not working at all.
I feel like it's to where it's like you're writing to the trope far more than you're writing to the reality of the situation you're trying to put your characters in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I am bothered by that. Like it's standing out to
We
me.
we have such an issue right now with the writing to the trope versus writing.
Yeah.
Oh my
In Dark City Omega, I liked how they did the danger bang after the danger because they were both like so worked up from the
adrenaline.
fight.
Yeah.
And I was like, that works.
Right. Exactly.
I've got to read that
It's
one
like
soon.
when you're reading like a MMA romance or something. Like it makes sense that you would want to bang after the fight. I get that.
Mhm.
Adrenaline.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Distracts.
hot. Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But
But you would have just stopped halfway through the fight and like grabbed them.
sorry, you can't get shot right now. We're kissing.
I love it. Do we want to do a 30 to close it out?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to read a manga. I have no idea what yet, but we're going to start there.
Read the next
Something I can...
Crown Princess so I can know if it's
It's
good.
thick, though.
That's 30 minutes.
You got this.
I believe in you.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll try. We'll see if I can finish it in 30. I'll let you know if it's good then.
Excellent.
Did you decide what you're picking up, Robin?
No. Absolutely no idea.
Okay. That's fine. We'll know when we come back.
I don't know.
You can just eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick one, you know? It works. I do that sometimes. I just like tap and see what I just start there. All right. We'll be back in 30 after our tirade about danger banging.
Right.
It's the best thing. Poor May.
It's fine.
I'm almost done. Like, so close. So tell me about y'all's reading while I finish this.
I made it 64% into Canadian Boyfriend. This book is so long.
Enough.
No, like it's not bad. It's just taking me so long because the chapters are so long. The next chapter is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But it's really good.
No.
I thought she was talking about
No, my cat keeps trying to jump on this wobbly table where my laptop is. Sorry.
I was like, well, Robin, I won't talk about it anymore.
That's what you tell me, no, Robin.
The daughter is back from the grandparents' house, and they've had just her and her dad have had some really, really cute moments in the like grief process. I didn't pause my TV. But they've had some really cute moments in like their grief process and talking about how things are different now that her mom is gone. And it's very it's really sweet the way he handles it because I didn't expect him to handle things the way he has. So,
How old is the good daughter?
11-ish.
It's a
Something
tough
like
age.
that. And the not nanny is one of her dance teachers. And she's like they asked when her mom died, the therapist asked her what were her two favorite things. And one of them was a convertible car and the other one was the dance teacher's class. So he's like, okay, if anyone can help me get through to her, it's going to be, they call her name's Aurora. It's going to be her. So I'm going to get her to help. And she has like really brought the kid out of her shell and like has really helped mend their relationship since the passing. It's been really cute.
The kid is really cute in that book,
The
which
kid
surprises
is
me.
amazing. She's so funny. But she's not around. She's always around, but she's not involved a ton. And she's old enough. It's not being weird. It's not weird that she's there. Like they're watching TV with her and stuff and like trying to make her do her homework. And it's not like there's a toddler running around the house.
Right. Unsupervised.
Causing problems.
Yeah, that always gets me in books when I'm like, okay, but where did your child go?
Right.
She's always around. They always make a point to like offhand mention where she's at.
Yeah.
So you don't think they don't know where she is.
Right.
So it's really good. It's New Year's. No, the next chapter is in like April, but they just had a New Year's Eve thing. They've stopped.
Okay, so we have some time jumps.
Yeah. They don't kiss anymore. So I think everybody's a little bummed. Even the daughter who didn't know they were kissing, but she's not saying anything.
That feels right.
Yeah. Robin, what did you decide to read?
I'm almost done with Sugar Sugar by Lady Marie. I have 10 minutes left.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It is.
It's so
Very
good.
quick read.
Yeah. She took a premise that I think is not going to work for everybody and did a really good job with it.
It's really good.
It's my favorite kind of premise, though, because it is that kind of thing where it definitely does not work for everybody. But I love a messy premise, I guess we'll call it.
But I feel like she also wrote it where you could realistically see these two go from that to this, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the age gap isn't too creepy.
Right.
Where she's like, 20 and he's like 60 or whatever.
Right.
It's like,
well, and the chemistry is like really present immediately between the two of them, which I think is what really sells it.
Yeah, because sometimes when they're like 18, 19 and the dude's like almost 60, I'm like, you maybe have 10 years left before you're like mistakes are made.
Right. Yeah, no. I like that one.
Yeah. It's good.
Heather?
I'm 200 pages in to Fear the Flames. It's 566 pages, I think.
Nice.
571 pages, so I still have a whole book to go, but I like it.
Yeah, you got a lot to go, but that's good.
No.
Hello. I finished I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess 3, and I'm glad we're getting a spinoff series because this was a 3.5.
Oh no.
It's not bad. You're getting set up for the spinoff series, which follows them while they're betrothed to each other.
Okay.
So it's not bad.
But it wasn't good.
But it wasn't amazing.
Huh.
Apparently it was going to end at volume 2, but they added a volume.
How was it going to end at volume 2?
I don't know, because it doesn't, the reason it's not good though is because it just kind of ends. There is a novel extra in the back that I have not read, but it's just like a side story. So yeah, not terrible, not my favorite, but I will read the spinoff. Like I definitely am going to try the spinoff. So if the spinoff's not good, I'll probably offload the whole series, but
Yeah.
who knows? It definitely feels like now the first 3 feel like a prequel, if that makes sense. To a bigger story, maybe. 41% to Catching Fire is a win. Rilsey is a magician.
Yeah. All of her novellas are hits.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
The timer just went off. Our pizza's ready for lunch. I'm excited. I just downloaded that on Audible yesterday. I'm really curious about it. Yay.
Way to go.
That is a win. That one's a pretty quick read, I feel like. I need to finish that series. I was like trying to remember. I'm like, did I finish? No, I have not finished that series. What is finishing a series? I don't do that. So
that's why I need to start only reading, like starting series when the books are already released.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to wait,
I forget.
Yeah, I just forget it exists.
It vanishes from my brain. So it's not on purpose. But then sometimes too, I'm just like, I can't marathon like a 2,000 plus page series always. Like I'm not in the mood for that.
But sometimes, like, if it takes too long for the next book to come out, then I'm like, I don't remember. And that's a huge commitment to have to reread everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just don't reread. I'm just like, let's figure it out.
I've tried that before with the Jasmine Throne and the Oleander Sword. And I started the Oleander Sword and I was like, I have no idea what's happening. I got like 4 chapters in and I was like,
I will muddy through so much, having no concept of who these people are, what we're doing.
I forgot all of this. So then I just decided, I was like, I'll wait until book 3 is about to come out.
Definitely. Yeah, I try to, like, if I read the first one and like it and I know it's 3, I'll wait. I will say I did feel like the second book in the Daughter of No World series was a lot slower and felt like a middle book, which is why I haven't finished it. I was like, I'm pretty sure I read book 2. I did. And that's why I have not read book 3 yet.
I think I DNF'd that book's or that author's other series.
I have not tried her other series. Daughter of No Worlds, I felt like is like it's nothing like groundbreaking, but it played well on the stuff I like in a fantasy romance. And I was like, this is fun. But it's not like, oh my God, this is the most like, thing I've read that's so different and unique.
Oh, yeah. Serpent and the Wings of Night.
Mm-hmm. I've not read that one yet, so I
don't know.
Apparently
I DNF to Daughter of No Worlds too. So apparently,
I was like, apparently not for you. That's okay. It's slow. Like it doesn't necessarily balance everything well because like book 2, I felt like the balance was off between the 2 types of storylines. aka not enough not enough of both. It was like too much one way and the other. It also just had that fantasy middle books issue that I find all the
Everything
time.
slows down.
Yeah, it's too slow.
And it's just like all of this information in order for you to get to the actual good part.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy,
And
did
then
you
I'm like, I'm
see
done.
Ilona Andrews' Instagram post today?
No, did she announce the next Kate Daniels?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Free excerpt of Maggie the Undying. The new Ilona Andrews project, as yet unpublished, is a portal fantasy, romantasy, love letter to fandom and everyone who has thought a little too hard about a fictional world and its characters. Maggie goes to sleep in her cozy Austin apartment and wakes up the next morning in the city of Keratorin, the fantasy medieval setting of her favorite book series. She's naked and alone in a gritty, strange world she doesn't belong in but knows everything about. This is the rise of Keratorin. It begins with its fall. It's a brand new series.
Is it tied to the other one? Like
No, but do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like that Kristen Ashley series.
Yeah, it does, actually.
It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better.
I can read this.
Except that wasn't like a book or anything, but it was a portal fantasy.
I know, but it still gives me the same energy as
the idea that Ilona Andrews is starring a whole new thing.
I cannot believe you didn't tag all of us, so I just replied to your comment and tagged everyone.
I was like, they'll see it. They'll see it.
No, I apparently wasn't following them on Instagram somehow. I don't know how that happened. I'm probably following them on my private account and didn't realize I wasn't on my book one. Wow, we literally ended the live last night for Ilona Andrews theorizing what was next. This was nowhere on any of our radars.
I feel like we do that every live. We're like, well, maybe we'll get. But yeah, I was never going. First of all, I was never going to guess anything new, and second of all, I was never going to guess a whole different world.
Same.
So now I can read it because
I know this sounds like
I
something.
want to start all the way over.
I mean, it's not published yet, but whatever. So, you know, for fantasy.
Cool.
All right. I'm being fussed at because lunch is ready.
He can get over himself.
I don't blame you.
That's what he can do. I hope he eats it uncut.
Rolls it up.
The whole thing. You missed it, Robin. It's the whole thing.
Were you still on the chat last night, Robin, when we outed May's pizza eating?
Probably not. No, I passed out.
If it's a square Totino's pizza, I don't cut it.
Were we even live when we were talking about
that? Oh, yeah.
Because Izzy is dying to out me about this forever.
I always out her about this. It's constant.
So
I mean, unless
hilarious.
it's the size of a pizza slice, you have to cut it.
No, you start from one corner. If it's a square, I have to. If it's circle, yes, I cut it. If it's square, I don't have to. Doesn't bother me.
Why does YouTube not want to let me tag you, Robin?
Wrong.
There it goes. I was updating the description and it was like not letting me tag you. It said absolutely not.
They were like, we posted that she's going on a hiatus. Don't tag her.
Right. We do not promote.
You can say that I'm saying you need to come eat lunch. Is the text I just got. I will be there in just a minute. We're ending the sprint. Jeez.
No patience.
I mean, I sympathize.
All right. We will see y'all at 6:30, 7:30 Eastern.
Send this to him
for more reading.
Just look at it and say,
bye.